Hi students, hi everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. In last videos, we finished our solid state chapter. Solid state, some numerical questions also we discussed. Now we are going to start a new chapter, that is ionic equilibrium. This is from volume 2, 12th class, volume 2. Here in in 11th what we studied, in 11th class what we studied, we discussed about 11th class, studied about chemical equilibrium. What is that? Chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium. What is this chemical equilibrium? Anything equilibrium means A gives B. It is a reversible reaction. At a time t is equal to 0, some amount of A will be there. After some time t, equilibrium state achieved. That means A will get a certain concentration, that is 8. B is getting a certain concentration 2. Once the equilibrium state achieved, concentration of A is constant and concentration of B is constant. Here the state at which reactants and products achieves their constant value of concentrations, that is called equilibrium. How they are maintaining constant value? By doing forward and backward reaction. How they are maintaining constant value? Because their rates are equal. Rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. That is why their values they can maintain constant at a particular state. That state you are studied as a equilibrium state. What is the definition of equilibrium? Equilibrium is rate of forward reaction. The state at which rate of forward reaction is equals to rate of backward reaction is called equilibrium. Here chemical species are involved, so that is chemical equilibrium. Now what is our chapter? Our chapter is ionic equilibrium. Now we are going to learn about ionic equilibrium. Here ionic equilibrium is ions are involved. For example, H2O you take, HCO3 minus. Here what happened? H is losing. Here H2CO3, H2O, H plus giving, so it is taking H2CO3 and OH minus. This equation you are observing means this is also at a equilibrium state. Here ions are involved. What are involved here? Ions are involved. Same equilibrium definition and equilibrium state, everything is same. Here some ions are involved, so that we can say it is a ionic equilibrium. Why separately ionic equilibrium we studied? Ions are involved. Why we studied the equilibrium with ions? Because in our daily life daily life means whatever we are using in daily life, and also in our body also some electrolytes are involved. Daily life you are saying means milk contain what acid? Lactic acid. That lemon you are saying means what acid is containing? Citric acid. And some in stomach and all, some stomach and some acids are there which are useful for digestion. Stomach and all, they will maintain there. Some other type of solutions also is there, some buffer solutions also is there, we are going to study. And antacid we are going to use for acidity and all, that is a base. And acid means MgOH twice other and AlOH thrice. These are all in our daily life. Otherwise in our body we are associated with, our life is going with some type of acids. So acids means what? That we have to know what is acid and what is base and what are the salts. So that first of all, before going to this ionic equilibrium, we are going to study this ionic equilibrium. Now we are going to study about some acids. What we have to study? Then what we have to study? Some acids, bases, and some salts. There is a theories for these acids. There are few theories are there for this acid. That theories we are going to study now. Okay, go for next one. Now what is the first theory is, this is our 8.1.1, this is your textbook order. Arrhenius concept is Arrhenius, and here see Arrhenius concept of acids and bases. According to Arrhenius, how can you define an acid and a base? See, acids are substances that dissociate in water to give H plus ions, and bases are the substances that produce hydroxide ions. Simply we have to say means acid means what we can say, acid means H plus donor which can donate in water in aqueous medium, they are all acids. Base means how can you define, which can give OH minus, that means OH minus donors. That's it, over. They are giving some example here, HX giving H plus and X minus, H plus giving, so HX is a acid. HX in the presence of water, you remember anything can convert into ionization, either acid or base or salt is converting into ions only in the presence of water, in aqueous medium only, in the presence of H2O only. This is fact, this is fact. But every time we are not writing this H2O. So that when you are writing an equation, we are going to represent that here. How can you represent here? AQ aqueous, AQ, AQ like that you can represent, but without water there is no ionization. That's what. So that I got finally what you have to study. This is the Arrhenius theory, which is giving H plus ions, that is a acid, which is giving OH minus ion, that is a base. Here there are some limitations for this Arrhenius concept. What limitation means, is unable to explain why some abnormal behavior is showing by acids. Arrhenius theory does not explain the behavior of acid bases in non-aqueous solvents such as acetone and tetrahydrofuran. He is talking, this Arrhenius is explaining the acids and bases only in water, in H2O only. Is acid means H plus giving, base means OH minus giving, that's it. Remaining solutions, non-aqueous solution like acetone and tetrahydrofuran, he didn't explain. So it is a limitation, it is a drawback of Arrhenius. This theory does not account for the basicity of substances like ammonia, which does not possess hydroxyl group. Ammonia is a base, that is proven fact, that is a base. Ammonia is a base, everybody knows, but this ammonia NH3 having a lone pair, it is acting like a base by donating this lone pair, but in this one OH minus ion is not there. According to Arrhenius, which can donate OH minus, that substance only base. According to Arrhenius, NH3 is not a base, but really NH is a base. That fact cannot explained by Arrhenius, so it is a one of the limitation. It is one of the limitation. Okay, next theory. This is a Bronsted-Lowry theory. Bronsted-Lowry acid-base theory, otherwise also called as proton theory. According to this theory, what we can say, acid is a substance that is capable of donating hydrogen ion, and bases are substances capable of accepting hydrogen ion. Simply and very short, we are going to discuss this Bronsted-Lowry acid-base theory. Means, according to Bronsted, acid means what? Acid means which can donate. Acid means H plus donor. Okay. Base means, what is the base? Base means H plus acceptor. That's it, over. H plus donate panna, that is a acid. H plus accept panna, that is a base, over. In short, acids are the proton donors, base are the proton acceptors. This H plus is called as a proton. That is a proton. H plus called as a proton. H plus called as a proton. Here you see one reaction. Observe this one. H2O NH3. What we are getting? NH4 plus. NH3 converting into NH4 plus. So what is the difference? This to this. This to this. What is the difference? It is just accepting a proton, H plus, and H2O OH minus. Here small mistake is there. This is a OH minus. H2O H plus losing, OH minus remaining. This to this, what is the difference? H plus missing. Here H plus adding, H plus missing. So here we can say this is acid 1. Why? This to this you are observing means, what is that? This green one you observe, green color one you observe, green one, green border. This to this you are observing means H2O losing hydrogen ion, forming OH minus, so that it is an acid. And yellow one you observe, this one, NH3 to NH4 plus. What happened? What happened here? NH3 accepting H plus, so it is a base. Again come here. Again I am talking a one direction, and you also see this is a reversible reaction. See here, this will definitely, this will be a reversible reaction. Must and should, then only ionic equilibrium we can study. This is a reversible equation. Reversible equation. Now you see why I am calling this one as a, why I am calling this one as a acid. See, NH4 plus is there. Forward reaction means okay. Forward reaction I am going to observe means, forward reaction observe means this to this happening. I am talking about backward reaction means NH4 plus is there. NH4 plus to NH3. Here to here what happened? Here to here what happened? This is losing one H plus. So it is an acid 2. And here OH minus 2. Observe here what I am doing. What OH minus 2 H2O. What happened? It is accepting one H plus. So this is a base. Accepting H plus means that is a base. So that in a reaction, this is acid, this is a base. Correspondingly, for this one, correspondingly, acid correspondingly, what is there? This is a base. And this is the base. Correspondingly, this is an acid. So this which are differ with one proton. What is that? What is the point here? Here which are differ with one proton, one H plus, are called as conjugate pair. One is acid, other one is base. This is acid, corresponding one is base. So this is called as conjugate acid base pair. This is a base and this is a acid. These two are called as conjugate acid base pair. Generally the term is conjugate acid base pair. Why sir? I will say conjugate base and acid pairs. That is also correct, but the term is what you are going to use. Many books are referring, that is conjugate acid base. What is the term? Here what is the term we can use here? Conjugate acid base. Conjugate acid base pair. These are going to differ with what? Only one proton. They are going to differ only with a one proton, that is a conjugate acid base pair. And now go for next one. Here also some limitations are there. Lowry-Bronsted theory. Here substances like BF3 and AlCl3 that do not donate protons are known to behave acids. Here already you studied in some organic reactions. AlCl3 is a Lewis acid and all like that. You studied. It is a Lewis acid. But according to what? According to this Bronsted Lowry, this AlCl3 not having any H plus. BF3 also don't have any H plus. According to Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory, these are not acids, but originally speaking means, concept wise speaking means, they are a behaves as a acids based on a different concept, that is a Lewis concept. So that based on this limitation only, new theory is developed, that is a next theory what we studied is, that is a Lewis acid base theory. So this scientist came to explain the acid and base in a different manner. What he is talking, he defined acids as a species which accept the electron pairs, bases which donates the electron pair, which donates, one is accepting, other one is donating. In Lewis concept, acid do not have a proton at all, because the concept one is here simply, how can I write acid means, what is that, electron pair acceptors. According to Lewis, base means electron pair donors, this is what, so that electron pairs only involving in this Lewis concept, Lewis acid base theory. Basis a lone pairs is provided in such a cases. Lone pairs are there means, that means lone pair means two electrons which are on the atom without participating in the bonding. And BF3 does not have a proton but still acts as an acid and react with NH3 by accepting its lone pair of electrons. They are showing how BF3 is a Lewis acid. How we can prove by a reaction with a ammonia. See the reaction. Let us consider a reaction between boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride, that is a BF3. Ammonia means NH3. Ammonia, NH3, it is having a lone pair. BF3. BF3 having a, why BF3 can accept? Why BF3 can accept boron? Surrounding boron, how many bonds are there? 1, 2, 3 bonds are there. So each bond containing 2 electrons. So 3 into 2, surrounding how many electrons are there? Surrounding a boron, 6 electrons are there. 3 into 3 bonds. 3 bonds into 2 electrons. So overall 6 electrons are there. It is not satisfied. This is a not satisfies which rule? Octet rule. So anybody giving electron is ready to take to get a stability. That is why it is ready to accept. Boron trifluoride ready to accept. It is a good acceptor now, electron pair acceptor. So it is called a Lewis acid. When I can call, which can accept electron? Who can accept? Who don't have electron? Who is electron deficient? Deficient means electron poor species. Remember this one. This is a better understanding. Electron poor species, electron deficient species are Lewis acids. Here ammonia. Ammonia having a 2 electron. This is called as a lone pair of ammonia. Lone pair. This can given by ammonia to BF3. So it is donating. So it is a Lewis base. Both are electrons are transferring from ammonia to N to B. Nitrogen in ammonia, boron in BF3. So that whatever the bond is formed, this bond is called as which bond? This bond is called as only one side donation, one pair donation, but both are sharing. This type of bond is called as what bond? Coordination covalent bond. Coordination covalent bond. This is what our bond formed among these two. This is an adduct. It's like a adduct and it's like a complex formed. Okay, here. And some differences we will see. This will come as a 2 marks or 3 marks question to your examination. Easy only. Lewis acids and Lewis bases. Acids are electron deficient molecules such as BF3, AlCl3, BeF2. Electron deficient, electron poor species because they are not satisfied its octet. So that they are all called as Lewis acids. Molecule with one or more lone pair, nitrogen, NH3, one lone pair is there. Water here, two lone pairs are there. Here alcohol, ROH, oxygen on oxygen, two lone pairs are there. ROR, ether, ether here also on the oxygen, two lone pairs are RNH2, amine general formula. Here also lone pairs are there. All these are having lone pair of electrons, so they are acting like a Lewis base. All metal ions are atoms. Metal ions are having a positive charge. Metal meaning itself which can donate a electron, which can donate a electron, that is called a metal. So Fe2 plus already donated their ions. Fe2 plus already 2 electrons losing, now it is a poor one. Fe3 plus already 3 electrons losing, so now it is in a poor state. Chromium 3 plus already losing 3 electrons, now in a poor state. Copper 2 plus already losing 2 electrons, now also it is a poor in electron deficient, so they are calling as a Lewis acid. All metal ions, I am not saying a metal, metal means electron donate. Metal ions means already after donation they are poor in electrons, now they can behave like a Lewis acids. All anions, anion means negative charge. Negative charge means when the negative charge will come after gaining of electrons. So after gaining of electrons are there, so they can donate. Molecules that contain a polar double bond, examples. Polar double bond means, polarity means what? They can generate a charges here. S, for example SO2. I am writing SO2 here. There is this bond is polar bond. What I am going to do? This green bond is breaking. Oxygen getting a negative charge, sulfur getting a positive charge. Now here, so here it positive charge, and this is a deficient species. It can act like a electrophile. Molecule that contain a carbon-carbon multiple bond. Multiple bond means double bond, otherwise triple bond. So double bond, first bond is sigma bond, second bond is pi bond. Here first bond is sigma bond, second bond pi bond, third bond also pi bond. Whenever pi bond is there, pi bond nothing but what? Pi bond nothing but pi electrons. Electron nothing but electron pairs. So they can donate. It is coming under Lewis bases. Molecules in which the central atom can expand its octet due to the availability of empty d orbital. Molecules in which the central atom can expand its octet due to availability of empty d orbital. See here SF4 expand even though SiF4 na, here one fluorine, here one fluorine, this side one fluorine, this side one fluorine. Here 1, 2, count it. How many bonds are there? How many bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are seeing is 4 into 2 electrons, 8 electrons are there. It is already satisfied with octet rule, it is stable we can say, but there is a expand its octet rule. Above the octet rule also they can do, because sulfur is silicon, no, silicon means that is a, what is that? Silicon exact value will be 14. What you can say? Silicon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, here 10, 3s2, 3p2. Here already third shell existing, that means 3s3p in p 2 electrons are there. But whenever third shell existing, automatically s is going to exist, p is going to exist, d is going to exist. Here in p orbital only 2 electrons are there. D completely vacant. You can observe here, completely vacant due to the vacant orbitals of silicon, due to vacant 3d orbital of silicon. This example you are going to observe means in silicon configuration 3s2 3p2, p orbital 2 electrons only filled up, d orbital existing, but it is a vacant. So vacant, that is why anybody giving means ready to accept, that is why SF4, SiF4, FeCl3, all they can act as a Lewis acids. They are ready to take electrons. Why they are ready to take even though they are satisfying with octet configuration? Because they are having a empty d orbitals. empty d orbitals they are having. That is what. Here, carbonium ion. Carbonium ion means carbocation. Carbocation. So carbocation again positive charge. Positive charge means electron deficient. So Lewis acid. Carbanion again negative charge. Carbanion negative charge means this will be a electron rich species. So that it is coming under Lewis basis. So read carefully. It is a point wise concept your understanding means this is also can come to the NEET examination. What is that? NEET exam. Which of the following is a Lewis acid? They will ask. In all these categories they will mix. When they are asking a objective question, they can mix all the things. How they can mix? Which of the following? Which of the following? Which of the following is a Lewis acid? Option A, they are saying as a F minus. B, Lewis acid, HCl. C, BF3. D, something like a, or they can give something like NH3. Like this they can give. Which is a Lewis acid? BF3 is a Lewis acid. Here HCl is an acid, but not a Lewis acid. This can accept electrons, so it is a Lewis acid. And also, which of the following is a Lewis base? A, B, C, D. Lewis base they are asking means they can give what they can give: FeCl3, Si, F4, here C plus, and here what you can give Cn minus. Which of the following is a Lewis base? FeCl3, Lewis acid, because due to the, how can you say, due to vacant d orbital it can expand its configuration, so it can accept it is a Lewis acid. SiF4, same reason, it is also Lewis acid. Carbocation, this is a cation, positive charge electron deficient. Deficient means electron pour in electron. So whenever pour in electron, it can accept, anybody giving it can accept electron pair, so that it is a Lewis acid. Cn minus, here Cn minus charge, that means electrons are there, so it can donate to anybody. So this is a, what you can say, this is a Lewis base. Like that they can ask in your examinations. That is why not only for 2 marks and 3 marks question, if you are understanding the concept, these questions only by twisting this side and that side they will ask in the other competitive examinations also. So that observe the videos carefully and read the textbook perfectly, then only we can get. Okay now, thank you.